It's time for the 26th annual Martinsburg Home Show, brought to you by the Eastern Panhandle Home Builders Association. This is the area's largest home-related event, with over 100 vendors. Let's go live to the Martinsburg Roundhouse at 100 East Liberty Street in historic downtown Martinsburg to join our broadcast team.
And welcome to the 26th Annual Home Show down at the Roundhouse. I am Mike Hornby, your host for today, and joining me is Mary Beth Blair. Thank you for joining us again, Mary Beth.
My pleasure.
It is a beautiful day today, much warmer than yesterday.
It is, yeah.
And a whole lot warmer than last year.
So much more. I think last year Sunday was the coldest. It was snowing.
It was snowing. It was brutal.
The sun's shining. It's shining through the Roundhouse. It looks amazing. And I think as the day gets, as we move on in the day, we're supposed to get warmer and warmer, maybe even up to 60. So what a great day to get out of the house.
It's starting to fill up.
It is.
People are obviously leaving church now and coming down. So for those of you on the radio or TV, finished our church programming, please come on out and visit us. Stop by the booth, say hi to us. We'll be live today from 11 to 1. The home show will be ending today at
4 p.m. And also, if you're planning, I know a lot of people love to do lunch on Sunday after church or just Sunday afternoon. Come on down to the home show. Not only can you see everything that's here, 4 food trucks are here, Mike, right? And we got to sample some of the food yesterday during the show. Amazing.
Travis has got his brisket here. I saw the brisket was flying out of the Mountaineer Meat Smokers.
Okay.
H.D. Boyd has Fed Up.
Okay.
And then I know this is something else. Within the gravel building over here, they've got moonshine chocolate.
I saw that yesterday. And one of the vendors I personally was drawn to was the smell of popcorn, fresh popcorn popping. So everybody has a little snacks here and there. There's just great options for you. So
there's tons of giveaways down here. I know they're giving away a free roof.
A free roof. We're going to hear about that a little bit later from High Point.
And then we've got Pine Creek Structures is the platinum sponsor, and they're giving away.
Actually, they're the diamond sponsor. And
okay.
What is it? It's a beautiful outdoor patio set.
That would be fantastic.
So you can register for that. I also heard Dan Ryan Homes, DRB Homes, is if you sign up, they have a kid's home, like a little, I don't know if it's a clubhouse or what it is, but I want to check that out later for my grandchildren. So I'm going to be headed that way and sign up there as well. There's lots of great sign-ups there, or register for giveaways, and you don't want to miss that opportunity. So. And
then, of course, there's the silent auction with lots of donated items from fire pits to TVs to you name it.
Trips even,
Yeah. So come on down. Enjoy yourself. Get to see all the different residential and commercial vendors that are here.
Free admission.
Yep.
And free parking. There's lots of options, Mike, for parking. You can park here on site right by the Roundhouse buildings. You can also park up in the Caperton train station parking lot.
And I would recommend, if you haven't walked across that bridge, it's so worth it, and there's some really cool stuff along the way.
I agree. And even if parking does fill up, which it did yesterday in those areas, just go downtown. All the parking downtown and all the city lots is free. And from 11 to 3, if you time it right, which it is 11 right now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So right now, from 11 to 3, the trolley from the Eastern Panhandle Transit Authority is running. They're kind of just running periodically around to all those lots, and they'll give you a ride.
That's fantastic.
That's a fun thing for your kids.
Now, we're joined in the first segment by a good friend of ours, Trip Daly from W. Harley Miller Systems.
Yes.
Correct. Yep. Trip, give us a overview of what systems means.
Systems in the residential home building world would revolve around anything that has to do with low voltage systems. Okay. So networking, security, audio, video, lighting control, climate control, shades. Pretty much any low voltage system is something that we'll help design, install, and configure for people.
And do I have to get in touch with you while I'm building, or is this something I can do to my existing home?
You can do both. It's always best if you bring us in during the construction phase. That way we can sit down and review plans with you, take a look at your needs, take a look at the goals and the things you want to eventually accomplish. And if we can pre-wire a lot of stuff, that makes things a lot easier for you down the road. But on the flip side, it is stuff that can be done after the fact.
Okay.
We can go in and add lighting control afterwards, or add audio, or even add networking. In some cases, you do have to make some drywall cuts and penetrations in order to fish wires, but it can be both. But we always recommend, if you're in the process of building,
sure,
bring us in, let us look at your plans. We can sit down and give you the best advice when it comes to laying that infrastructure.
Now, I've been hearing your booth the whole I've
tried to temper it a little bit,
but when you do turn it up, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
The sound system.
It is.
So I'm presuming this is an entertainment system too. So if you want a home theater or something like
correct,
that.
home theater. We can design as well as build custom home theaters. We do all whole home audio systems. So if you want some background music in the kitchen, the bedroom, the bathrooms. Outdoor audio is another big thing that a lot of people like to have, especially as we're coming, hopefully, into the warmer weather.
Right.
You know, now's going to be the time to go outside, maybe turn on the TV and listen to some stuff. And so, yeah, we focus in on all aspects of the low voltage side of things, but audio is one of the things that I particularly enjoy myself. Home theater has been a big thing for me.
So tell us about the craziest or most lavish home theater system you have installed. How big can you go?
We can go.
And how low can you go?
We can go as big as you want, or we can go as small as you want. That's the nice thing about home theater is you can scale it.
Okay.
You can do a small little system in a family room or a living room, an open room concept that can be really enjoyable.
Okay.
If I put somebody in the center of our booth right now and turned it up, you'd have a really nice experience. Or you can do a custom room that is sound isolated, that is treated, that can go as big as your house will allow. And the dollars range from anywhere from $1,000 to hundreds of thousands. It just depends on really what your taste and your goals are.
Is that something that's really increased in popularity? Are the home theaters and rooms like that?
As we get more into streaming content and as films become available quicker in the home, more and more people enjoy watching stuff at home.
Sure.
And there's no point in doing that if you don't have good picture quality, you don't have good sound quality.
Right.
And so that's one thing that we do see a lot of.
I mean, you used to go to the big screen because it was a big screen, but I feel now that I have a big screen in my house already, so I can really tailor that experience to myself and not have to spend exorbitant amounts of money on popcorn.
Exactly.
You can get somebody here to make it for you.
Exactly.
Take it home.
Right.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of flexibility, and with any entertainment, audio is half of it and video is the other half.
How do you keep up with the technology as it grows and moves? I mean, it's a business that is you've got to be on it every month, Nate.
It's constantly education. It's I have trained, and I'm always studying up on the latest trends and latest technologies. Because audio, especially, is a science, and the acoustics and the way they play inside of a room, especially a smaller room.
Right.
Researchers are always developing new techniques and new things that we can apply in the home to recreate that movie theater experience.
If someone comes to the home show today, what can they expect when they come to your booth? What can you show them? What can you educate them with?
We try to give everybody a good overview of what a whole home system would include, from automation to a little bit of lighting, a little bit of audio, a little bit of video, networking. We maintain a security camera during the show. We try to give a little bit of You have a second feed that you can go to. We try to provide a little bit of everything so that people can get a good feel for what are some of the things that they can accomplish.
Now, with the security, that's a question I had. I mean, that's a very popular thing now for people to do the ring or do, you can be at those simplest structures to obviously more advanced. What would you say how yours differs and what does it offer in terms of security for a home?
It offers the same the same things that most other security packages offer. What we like to do is go in and sit with the homeowner, take a look at their house, take a look at those areas that are points of egress, things that you want to kind of protect and cover more than others.
Okay.
And we can just help lay that framework and that groundwork to make sure that you're covered on all bases, especially when it comes to security cameras. It's good to put a camera up, but you want to make sure that you're covering something that needs to be covered,
right.
and that you have a camera in place that if you should ever need it,
right.
actually will provide a good image that you can go back and
how does a person say, like I'm thinking of it in terms of like my mother's home.
Mm-hmm.
If we've been talking about getting security cameras there so we can watch, we can keep track, we can, if we need to respond if someone knocks on the door because we can look through the security system. Is that something that your system does?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we can set up systems to where somebody comes to your house, you can get notifications, you can get text messages. We can put, for example, driveway sensors in. Somebody comes up your driveway, you can get a notification that, hey, somebody's here. Yeah, we can put cameras in that then can identify who that individual is. So you can have a little bit of reassurance and peace of mind at that point.
And are you monitoring that too?
We do provide monitoring,
Provide monitoring and the service as technology gets better, and you can continue to upgrade as you go.
Yeah, the nice thing with these systems is they are expandable.
Yeah.
You don't have to start out with everything.
Yeah.
You can start off with something simple and then grow as you grow.
And before we let you go, talk to me about automation, because that seems to be we've gotten really lazy as people these days. We want to be able to say, hey, turn the lights on, hey, raise the curtains or shades.
Yes,
how does that work, and what do you offer in that department?
There's a few different products that we offer that do voice control. One product that we offer is called Josh AI, and it's a voice-based automation system. The nice thing with automation is it does take some of those tasks that you repetitively do on a daily basis and just do them for you.
Okay.
So it learns from your repetitive.
You can have the system learn from what you do.
Unbelievable.
For example, you can tell the system, record my activity for a few hours, store that recording, and then when I go on vacation, play that back.
That's good.
To replicate me being at home.
So the lights will come on at 6:30.
TV would come on,
TV
etc.
come on, fantastic.
Yeah, and as we get further down this path of AI and things like Chat GPT and things like that, it's only going to grow.
I'm sure.
Our homes are going to become more part of us.
So you brought up a great point. I was just down in Charleston, and somebody showed me this Chat GPT. It blew my mind. Can you give us a little more information on that AI technology? Because what it was showed to me is somebody had sent me an email, and the Chat GPT answered the email for me in my voice and it searched the internet and did all the research, and it spit out something that is way smarter than I could ever do. So explain that Chat GPT for us.
Well, it's a fascinating technology that really is. It's an algorithm that does nothing but scour the data.
Yeah.
You ask it a question, and it has access to all the data it needs to kind of come up with that best answer.
Without actually answering it either.
Correct.
So it will. If you said, "Hey, can you answer this email about XYZ bill or XYZ issue?" It answers it, and it takes the information from the internet.
And it's fast.
So instantly.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's only $20 a month.
It's only as good as those that create the algorithms that create the program, but I think we're just beginning to see the birth of that, and where we are 10 years from now, it'll be an amazing time for sure.
I'm sure.
Trip, how do people get in touch with you? How do they get in touch with your company? What's the best way to you
can visit our website at whmsystems.com or call us at 304-350-1931. We are located here in Martinsburg. We have showrooms available for people if they want to schedule an appointment to come out and take a look at some stuff. We can let them test drive a few things and get a feel for stuff.
And do you have a special for today?
We do have some specials. We have a 10% off special on a home theater package.
Fantastic.
We have 15% off on some Anthem and Paradigm speakers and products. So just come down, take a look, and talk to us. And we extend our specials through the rest of the month.
Oh, good.
Because we know most people can't always make it down this weekend.
Right.
Trip, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We've reached the end of our first segment. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and we'll be joined by Johnson & Johnson Heating and Air coming right up. See you on the other side.
Okay.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back and forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
We are excited to announce that Comparion Insurance Agency, a Liberty Mutual company, will be at the 26th Annual Home Show on March 25th and 26th at the Martinsburg Roundhouse. Comparion Insurance agents and Martinsburg residents Glenn Mocker and Chad Williams have access to many insurance companies, allowing them to find the right coverage at the right price for you. From home and auto to life and pet insurance, they have you covered. Be sure to visit them at the show. If you can't make your way over to them, give them a call or send an email. They can't wait to meet you.
WVU Medicine is excited to announce that Lucas, a first-of-its-kind, state-of-the-art mobile lung cancer screening unit, will visit Jefferson County next month. A service of WVU Medicine and the WVU Cancer Institute, Lucas will be at the Jefferson Crossing parking lot at 190 Blowing Springs Road in Charlestown from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on April 4th. For an appointment, call 304-264-1287. Nurse navigators will work with you to obtain the required physician's order and insurance authorization.
Welcome back to Sunday at the Home Show, joined by Mary Beth, and we are now joined by Johnson & Johnson Heating and Air. We have Dale and Jason with us.
Yep.
How's your experience been so far?
It's been busy here.
It's been busy this morning.
Doing great. Sunshine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Were you here last year?
We were here last year.
Were you colder last year?
I could not forget last year.
It's a little warmer this year, but it's still a little chilly inside, though, for sure.
We were talking before we came on the air about heating or cooling this building would be almost impossible, correct?
Nothing's impossible, but it would take a lot. It's a lot harder to heat something like this than you know.
Yeah, I'm looking up. We got a giant roof with no insulation in it. It's kind of drafty.
Yeah. A lot of windows and a lot of doors open, and a lot of.
We need some good old fashioned sunshine to come through there.
Yes.
Jason, how many years have you done the Home Show? Because I believe we've seen each other for at least 10, but I've only done it for
early
10
years of the mall.
Yeah, in the mall, right?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if we did the first one. I don't know. It's been years.
Yeah.
20 years? How long ago has it been going on?
It's 26.
26.
Now, I've only been around for about 13, but yeah,
So
I remember the mall days.
We've been in business for 27 plus years.
Okay.
So it's early years.
What is, with technology these days, with heating and cooling, how, I hear a lot about technology changing and heating and cooling changing, becoming more efficient. What are the new things in your business these days?
The biggest thing that changes is on the air handlers and heat pumps, that they can heat at much lower temperatures outside, and they have variable speed capacity or inverter technology is what most of the manufacturers are going to. And with that technology, they're going to be able to heat with heat pumps much further up north than they have in the past.
Okay.
Which will save money. It's more efficient. And the EPA regulates the efficiencies of the equipment. That just changed this January. So it went up from 14, what was last year as a SEER rating, to now 15 SEER.
Okay.
And the SEER rating stands for Seasonal Energy Efficiency Ratio. And basically what that means is how much it costs you to operate your equipment. The higher that number is, the more efficient the equipment is, and the less money it costs to operate. And that number keeps rising, and part of that is that inverter technology is helping with that.
That's good.
But the most important part about that is that it gives you better comfort, the inverter technology, because the system doesn't turn on and off all day. It runs almost the entire day at very low speeds, but it gives you the right amount of heating and cooling you need for part of the day, whatever the hottest part or the coolest day. So it adjusts.
Does that also mean that the system doesn't break or go down as much? Are they lasting a lot longer now?
Well, that's to be seen, I guess,
Okay.
because it's newer technology.
Right.
But yeah, the ones that generally are inverter technologies do not break down as much from what we've seen.
Yeah.
And a lot of that's because they don't turn on and off as much.
Right.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, I'm more on the service side of it. So
Yeah.
our inverter units, they are the more expensive ones.
Okay.
And that's really where the industry is going.
Are we
So,
talking way more expensive, or
so
a couple
now
of
the
percentages?
inverter is a popular coming out. They have different tiers of inverter
Okay.
units. I would say in the next 5 years, you're probably not going to be able to buy anything other than an inverter system.
Wow.
Okay.
The government's pushing it that way.
Yeah, and that's from the federal government,
That's
right?
federal
Yes.
government.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Do you-
really,
yeah.
everything's, as we know, is going electric. Right?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's the way that the world's going. So they need to make these things more and more efficient, and inverter
Sure.
technology is the way to go. But Dale's right. These units don't turn on and off; they just run. And I don't know if you ever heard the old commercial. The worst thing you can do to your car is turn it on.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of thing with heat pump.
Okay.
Right.
They just like to just idle.
And are we still using that Freon in
Oh
air
yeah,
condi-
so
it-
that's a
or-
big story.
That is a big story.
Okay, tell us about it.
Freon is just is a kind of a term like Band-Aid.
Yeah.
So there's all different types of refrigerants.
Okay.
They had a big change 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe? I don't know.
It's been longer than 10 years.
10, 15 years
Yeah,
ago?
closer to
Okay.
15.
So now we're coming up to another huge change, and this is all government driven.
Okay.
So we're coming up to another big change, and
2025.
we'll see what's going on.
What's the big change, if you don't mind me asking?
Just a totally different type of refrigerant.
So they're changing
Wow.
it again.
Yeah.
Again.
Okay.
So originally it was R22 was the refrigerant we used. We
Okay.
switched over to R410A.
Okay.
And then now the new change, there's a variety of different ones that we'll be able to use, but it's not R410 anymore. So
Okay.
It's changing again.
Wow.
Yeah, it hasn't been determined what that refrigerant's going to
Which
be.
means you can't service, because I'm not an expert.
So it's going to open up a huge can of worms.
Okay.
And it may be more than one
We're not
refrigerant,
gonna be
and
able to-
manufacturers may have different refrigerants.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we're not going to be able to put the refrigerant we have now into that new unit.
into that new
Correct.
unit.
So
So you're going to have to get a new unit.
It's going to create a big industry upheaval.
And as a business owner, does that scare you a little bit when the federal government starts making
Yes.
these
A lot.
changes for you
Yeah.
guys?
A lot. Yeah,
so-
we're not happy about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
We're not
either.
happy about it at all.
Yeah.
So not a whole lot we can do about it.
Yeah.
I mean, the manufacturers aren't happy about it. It's a lot.
But
of
they're
change.
being forced into this.
They're
anyway.
being forced into it. They're retooling their factories. In fact, so this all went right through COVID. So COVID, they had, we couldn't get equipment for 2 years.
Yeah.
So they were blaming it on COVID. Can't get workers, blah blah blah. Well, at the exact same time, the federal government came in and says, "While you're at it, we're going to change everything you make."
But we're not going to let
Efficient-
you know what you're using yet.
Yeah. So we need higher efficiency units, and we're going to change the refrigerant because of EPA regulations and all this. So now they're low on workers, trying to keep up with their demand at the time, and now retooling factories.
Redesigning systems, of course, that makes the price more expensive.
Right.
Every time
Oh,
they do
wow.
that,
Yeah.
price increases go up.
So in the last 2 years, we've probably gone up by 50-60% in cost of
We
equipment.
have.
Gosh.
We counted in the last 3 years. I think we've had 15 different price increases from manufacturers.
And people need to realize that your costs go up. That means in the end,
Yeah.
your consumer is going to be the
Yep.
cost is going to be up. You can't really eat 60% of
Yeah.
it.
No,
we
the
can't.
sad part of it is we have eaten a little, just
Yeah.
because our margins aren't as good as they
Yeah.
used to be.
Right.
There's just
Right.
no way.
Right.
Because at some point, we're having, it gets ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think the manufacturers' margins have tightened, our margins have tightened,
And then people
and
go
our
more.
price is
Yep.
still going up.
And
Yeah.
people go to more financing, and financing rates are going up and up. So it's
Yeah,
harder for people to
sure
get
it's going.
finance.
Sure.
But,
It's harder for them to get finance, and it just makes it tough.
but you find the same thing, you go buy a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Oh, yeah. Across the board, everything is
Yeah.
experiencing that. Would you say what is the percentage of your business new build or replacement when someone's unit goes out after living there for whatever 10, 15 years and they need a new unit? And where do you see most of that traffic?
I'd say for us, we do a lot of replacements, and we don't do a lot of rebuild stuff. So that's just not our market. That's not we're really good at dealing with existing customers, doing maintenance services and replacing systems for residentials. We do a little commercial as well, but it's mainly residential for us. And
is there a certain manufacturer you guys are affiliated with, or do you have multiple manufacturers that you use?
We use different manufacturers. Our main one is Lennox. But we also use Bosch and Goodman. And Daikin. Daikin's part of Goodman. But those are our main manufacturers that we use.
So when you're talking to a residential client and you're offering a air handler, air pump, whatever it is, how would you determine which manufacturer you would use, or would that you just offer that to the consumer based on price, and that's what they choose?
That's a very good question. So that question it really determines on the house and the people that live in it and what their needs are. And that's why it would be advantageous for us to come out and do a site review with one of our comfort specialists, because we're designing that system, and depending on which system it may be with the manufacturer, depending on what their needs are, and the house. Because we look at the ductwork, we look at the sizing, we look at what they're looking for as far as humidity control goes, as well as temperature. So that all kind of comes together, and we come up with the best solution for them. We usually try to give them 4 different choices. And some of them are with one manufacturer, maybe one with another, but we try to and obviously price is a concern.
So it's like good, better, best kind of thing.
Good, better, best, and obviously the budget's going to be what the customer's looking for, but we're trying to advise them in the best direction to go for their comfort. I mean, a big part of our concern is comfort.
Now, if I own an older home, let's say that doesn't have ductwork in it, is that something Johnson & Johnson is providing? Would you come in and retrofit a whole new system with the ductwork and all that? So if you're going from, say, a radiator.
It is something we do. It's not our we used to do more of that. But we do more of what you guys were just talking about, because we love spending time in the home with customers. We love building those relationships. So we don't go out looking for that work, but if we have somebody that we're building a relationship with and we're consulting and that's what they need, sure. I mean, we love doing that as well. And we're going back to that good, better, best. A good, better, best for you may not be the same as for you.
Absolutely.
It's more about building that relationship and finding out what do you expect out of this? What do you need? Somebody might say, well, I'm very cold-natured, or I'm very hot-natured, or I have breathing problems, or I have dry skin. I mean, so we'll curtail that system to having a conversation with them. So it's more about not just let's go look at the equipment and do this and let's sit down at the kitchen table and talk. What do you need? And then we build that system to their needs.
That's good.
So if you want to know, Johnson & Johnson is right next to us. So we're up on the stage, and Johnson & Johnson Heating and Air is right next to us. Can you do you have any specials for the home show or for this month? Or are you giving away anything? What can you tell us?
Yes, we do. So the best way to get in touch with us is go to our website at jandjcomfort.com. That's JANDJcomfort.com. But we do have a home show special. It's an air purification system. If you come see us, when you get a new system, we'll give you a free air purification system from Lennox. It is like a $1,900 value.
Fantastic.
So it's got UV lights, air purification, the highest MERV rating you can get on the filter, and it also has the titanium that helps with
odor removal.
So
if somebody has a smoker in the house and they want to remove those odors.
Don't smoke in the house, folks. Don't smoke in the house. That's not good.
We go to a lot of homes.
Pet smells.
Pet smells.
Yep, it helps
Kids.
with that too.
I got a 14-year-old son.
It actually is does very well too for I don't know if the new thing about furniture off-gassing.
Get new leather couch. It'll take help with that.
What about allergies? Does air purification, does that really kind of help with the pollens?
Very much so.
Now, are the say it again? What
air purification?
Yes. So, is that a system you can also offer to someone with an existing HVAC system? So that's good to know.
One thing we have to do on that is just do a site review to make sure it fits, because it's more of a bulkier system. We got to make sure it's going to fit in the ductwork that they have, but most of the time it will.
And I imagine it's much more efficient than when you go out and just buy one at a store and just a unit that's for a room.
It's a lot different thing. This is actually compared to like a hospital grade surgical type thing. So
nice.
I mean, it removes flu viruses, everything.
It does. I think it has. But I think coronavirus does eliminate. Can't eliminate it because it just has to contact with it.
Right.
And it's all about contact time with the UV lights. But if in a room with that, it will help sterilize it.
Fantastic.
Oh, nice.
So how many employees or how many guys and gals do you guys employ? locally?
We're at 33 right now.
33. That's
Wow.
fantastic. Make sure you come out and see Johnson Johnson at the home show today. They'll be here all the way till the end at 4.
Yeah.
We're going to take another short break. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys.
Yep, thank you.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value Brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Hey there, it's Ian Gingold, your go-to commercial lender from City National Bank. Are you looking to brew up some fresh solutions for your business? Look no further, because we've got the perfect blend of financial services to get you percolating. Come visit us at the home show and grab a cup of coffee specifically crafted to get your brain brewing with new ideas. Stop by our booth and see me. Let's talk about how we can help generate complete local financial solutions for your business. City National Bank has got you covered. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Annette McDonald, and I am the designer at Orsini's in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We welcome you into our store to show you a complete line of what we do here. We design your cabinetry, quartz countertops, granite countertops, hardware, anything for the full remodel of your kitchen and your home needs. We also do bathrooms, and we have flooring available too. We make sure that your project with Orsini's is the best in the market. Welcome to Orsini's.
Orsini's.com. And welcome back to Sunday at the Home Show with Mary Beth Blair.
Hey,
How
everybody.
you doing, Mary
I'm
Beth?
doing good.
Doing
Really
good?
enjoying the day. I definitely feel it getting warmer. I started off feeling just a chill to the day, but it's feeling better and better every minute we're here, and the sun is shining through the middle of the roundhouse. And
it just seems people are
and
happier
people,
when
yeah.
the sun is shining, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And people are starting to really, you can hear the noise a little bit in the background. People are really starting to shuffle in, and I think we're headed for a great day. We're here 10 to 4.
10 to 4.
So,
we'll be live from 11 to 1, so
right.
stick with us. But if you do need to turn it off, at least come down and visit us. Come say hi.
Exactly.
So we're joined by one of my new favorite people in the world, actually, who, since I've been elected, has become a very wealth of knowledge and someone I respect and I've had a lot of dealings with. Clint Hogben from the Solid Waste Authority. How are you doing, Clint?
Good morning, folks. I'm doing fantastic.
How is the your booth is right opposite us.
Yeah.
Right. We're here in the roundhouse.
You have a bunch of stuff that you're giving away. Can you explain that?
Yeah, sure. We've got
the goodies, if you will.
Well, yeah, we've got 2 tables set up for educational, efforts. So we've got a lot of pamphlets and handouts on recycling programs, our litter control programs. We've got a lot of special events coming up this year, like tire collection and paper shredding. We've got a pesticide collection event, and we've got all information on that. And you're right, we love the children coming up and getting the trinkets. We got these little sporks and everything. Yesterday we actually kept track. We had 502 people visit those 2 tables yesterday.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was excellent turnout. And today the weather's even better. Yeah.
So let's talk about recycling in Berkeley County.
Yeah.
What is the current state of our recycling program, and speak a little about some of these events that you have.
Oh, yeah, okay. So recycling sort of depends on where you live.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you live in the city of Martinsburg and your trash service is provided by the city of Martinsburg, your recycling service is also provided by them.
Okay.
They have a very comprehensive, well-established program. They have a cooperative behind the scenes with Apple Valley Waste where all the recyclables go to them. If you're in the county, you can use the drop-off programs.
Right.
We've got a center down in Inwood. We've got one in Grapevine Road in Martinsburg, and a really small one out in Hedgesville.
Right. Okay.
So there's 3 locations. We take about 20 different items, literally from A to Z. They're spread out over 5 acres of land, and we're actually the largest recycling program in the state of West Virginia.
Wow, that's impressive.
Do you ever see, or is it not feasible, do you ever see recycling pickup in the county?
There is recycling pickup available.
Okay.
It's but only if you subscribe to a hauler that has a permit to recycle. Okay. And that the only residential hauler that can do that is Apple Valley Waste.
Okay.
Right.
Now there are commercial haulers that only do businesses. They have permits for both trash and recycling.
Gotcha.
So if you're a business and you're wondering if you could recycle from there, you would have to check with those waste haulers.
We did down in Charleston. We had a bill that came across our desk, and it actually did pass, but it was for a bottle collector, like a small company, I guess in one of the counties, has been collecting bottles for years, and they, I guess, use it for art and in the schools and things like that. Is there still bottle like? I remember growing up, we had Coca-Cola in the bottle.
Sure.
It was all glass. Is there still a lot of glass recycling happening?
Yeah, the county's recycling program, we take large volumes of glass.
Right.
Okay.
And the bill you're talking about, by the way, is it's a terminology is recycling cooperative.
Yes.
And they're kind of like nonprofit, little niche recycling, and they have their place for sure.
Right.
And there's some programs downstate. I don't think there's any here, any cooperatives here. Although Shepherd College, Shepherd University at one time was taking bottles, and they would convert them into sand right in front of you. They had a machine to do that.
That's cool.
But yeah, we take probably about 500,000 pounds of glass a year in the county's recycling program. Wow. And believe it or not, this is kind of a unique thing. It goes almost all the way to Pittsburgh, where it's processed.
Okay.
And then it comes back, a lot of it comes back to a business at Tabler Station where it's used to make fiberglass.
Unbelievable.
So when you recycle,
so interesting.
You're helping a business.
I know you said that one of your goals is to educate here.
Absolutely.
That's what you're here for. You're sharing all your upcoming events. I know you have a composting one coming up in June as well.
Right.
What is the portion of time that you all spend? I mean, I would think the recycling and what all the things that you provide. Educating the younger generations is so important because, let's face it, when you get set in your ways as an older person, it's hard to learn new things. It's hard to understand all of these things, which they need educated as well too. But what are the programs that you do in the schools and for younger, like, do you go out into the schools and do things like that?
So we team up with the West Virginia DEP.
Okay.
They have a youth environmental program.
Okay.
And there is actually a person dedicated to the Eastern Panhandle. Her name is Susan Carroll.
Okay.
And that is her primary responsibility, is to try to hit that 8th grade level and to go into the schools and to spend some time talking about litter programs, recycling programs, and other environmental programs that are in the area. So when we have a science teacher or somebody that's interested, they reach out to us. We just connect them with Susan. Yeah, it's been actually a program the DEP's had probably for 20 years.
Wow.
And, Susan lives in Romney, so it's a little bit of a challenge for her to drive down and whatever, but she does a fantastic job.
Tell us about the roadside litter program as well, because you're making so many strides with that as well.
Yeah, so that, again, another cooperative where, we're teamed up with the county marshals. So there's a community service program, folks that get in a little bit of trouble in the court system, and rather than paying a fine that they probably can't afford or going to jail and losing their job or something like that, the courts have been very open to assigning them community service, and they get a certain number of hours they have to do. And litter control is one of those things that they can help with. Mike Lang there at the county marshal's office takes them out with a crew and a truck, and they do litter pickup. And there are similar programs where they come to the recycling centers and do work there at the centers. We also have a stream cleanup program.
Yes. I was about to ask you about that.
Yeah, we have on weekends. We usually, of course, the summer months is our big time. But we try to get high school students, and we pay them to go with us and pull tires and trash out of the streams. And together, those programs, we have picked up 11 100,000 bags of litter since 2018.
Yeah, I think there was another bill that came through about that rails, trails, streams cleanup, that you were allowed to take high school kids, and now you could just have one adult with them, and you could have, not children, but these teenagers to help you.
Yeah, all of that's it's as we grow around here, we're going to need those kind of programs to maintain a high quality of life, and whether it's trails, roads, streams, or whatever, those are very, very important programs, and we're proud to be part of them.
Yeah,
now,
absolutely.
talk to me about this tire thing. So because you always seem to see tires dumped.
Yep.
We're on Eagle School Road. We're down that little windy road, and I got TVs, tires being dumped on our property all the time. The life of a tire, where does that tire, how do you, what does that get recycled into?
Well, in West Virginia, tires are not recycled.
Yeah.
Okay, so West Virginia set up a program back in the 1990s where tires are collected through special collection events. We're going to have one coming up here. I think it's in April, but stop at our table and I'll give you information on it. Those tires are taken by the state, and they're chipped into pieces about the size of your hand, and placed in what's called a monofill. Okay. It's a landfill for one thing, monofill. Okay. And that one thing is tires. There's two of them in the state, one in Lewis County, one in Nicholas County, and all the tire collection events, the tires go there.
Okay.
So now there are also, when you buy a tire, you also have an opportunity to pay a fee, and they will take your old tire there.
Okay.
Those tires go somewhere else.
Go out of state?
They usually go out of state. In this area, there is a cement manufacturer in Frederick, Maryland that uses them for fuel.
Oh,
wow.
So they burn them.
They do, and I'm not real familiar with their process, but they were fully permitted to do that through the state of Maryland, and a lot of them, when you buy a new tire here in the Eastern Panhandle, the used tire ends up over there. Yeah.
Now, I do want to touch on something. I don't know the status of it, but we did have a really in Sorga. I got to bring it up.
Go there.
What's the status of that? If you know or
well, I do. And Sorga is a solid waste facility that is built and operated for 3 years on land owned by the Solid Waste Authority there on Grapevine Road. So they were a partner with us. They were a big part of our income because they leased that land. And so they closed last April. And kind of indicating it was temporary, but it really has turned into
COVID-driven, or
no? It appeared to be. I mean, there were a lot of small issues, but I think the bigger issue was there was a business relationship between them and Argos.
Yes,
Argos bought their fuel. Well, Argos quit buying their fuel, and for 6 months didn't buy any.
Oh,
and so they filled their building up with trash and fuel, and it just didn't work out. And so they closed, and there are a lot of efforts behind the scenes to restore that operation.
Whether it's through the Solid Waste Authority or another company, or what
all the above.
Okay.
All the above. I mean, I've given tours to, Apple Valley's very interested in restoring the operation here locally, and that would be ideal for us for that to happen. But there's a company called Covanco who's interested in it. The original Insorga contingency from Italy, they were just here 2 weeks ago looking at the operation. So, I mean, so they're still interested.
Mm-hmm. So there's still hope, is what you're saying.
Absolutely is.
And tell us if that becomes operational again. I think a lot of people don't understand how important a facility like that is to our community and what it actually does.
Right. Well, so let's talk about it. It's called a resource recovery facility. And so that doesn't mean much to anybody, right? So they take trash, everyday trash, and they process it through machinery and make fuel.
Right.
They make a solid fuel. I often describe it as a fluff. It's kind of shredded trash. It's been dried. It's stabilized. It's had all the metals pulled out. It's had all the glass, low BTU items pulled out. And what's left, it makes a fuel that has about the same BTU value as coal.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
So it was blended at Argos with their coal intake, and they used it, and it's very common in the cement industry. And so so it was an alternative to using landfills.
Yes.
And so when you're in a growing area like the Eastern Panhandle, where future landfills are difficult to site, maybe impossible, you also have geology issues in this area with limestone. It's just not a great fit for landfilling. And so someday we're all going to wake up and, the nearest landfills are going to be full, and it's going to cost a lot of money to truck it.
Right.
So we're trying to develop the infrastructure today, whether that be recycling, composting, or resource recovery.
Right.
We're trying to develop it today so we don't have high trash bills tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, so it's critical in my view to our future that we get Insorga back up.
So what do you think the time frame is going to be for a resolution and a restart? Do you have any idea, any hope in the horizon?
I can only speculate, and I hate to do that. If you'd asked me a year ago, I'd have said 2 or 3 months.
Right.
But really, at this point, based on what I see and feel, we're a year away on the early ends. I mean, we've got a couple attorneys working on it, and our staff is working, and I'm working on it behind the scenes, and we're basically trying to unhinge the legal connections between the county and the various businesses that ran that and stand it back up either with another business partner or by ourselves.
Wow.
And I could talk to Clint all day, but we do have
that's
other
true.
guests that we're going to. So I will definitely want to revisit these conversations with you, but I would be remiss if I wouldn't let you. I know you were an integral part of starting the farmland protection
long time ago. Yes.
A long time ago.
Yes.
And that's a very dear subject to me because we had some issues down in Charleston where they're trying to get rid of it. Explain the importance of that program to the Eastern Pan, and I don't think the listeners know exactly.
Well,
how
right. So
it's
first of all, it's a voluntary program. Yes. It's a land use program where a permanent conservation easement is recorded on a piece of land. And the owner of that land can donate that easement, or they can be compensated for the value of that easement. So it's for the farm community. Yeah. It's for the agriculture community that maybe would like to keep their land in agriculture, but also may need retirement income or something like that.
Gotcha.
And so you could put a conservation easement on. My wife and I have done it with our property.
Okay.
And we donated an easement for our 51 acres, and that donation had a tax value.
Okay.
And it was a tax donation, and we were able to fund one of our children's college education from doing that.
That's awesome.
So there's different avenues, but it's again gets back to our quality of life.
And I can buy a farm or a piece of property that has an easement. It doesn't stop me from purchasing.
It doesn't stop the owner from selling it. Mm-hmm. It does stop future owners from developing it.
That's nice.
So it's a mechanism to protect agriculture. We all know that food is important, and food security is important, and having local foods and the importance of that. So it helps protect all that. Also, it just helps from an open space perspective. We need a place for and one of the things that I noticed since the program has been developed, I'll hear people say, I bought a house and next door is a preserved farm.
Uh-huh.
And so it's actually increasing the value
of
the
neighborhood.
if you live next to one of these places.
Absolutely.
So the tax base goes up for the state of West Virginia just by having these programs. I think, if I remember right, somewhere in the neighborhood of Berkeley and Jefferson County combined, somewhere in the neighborhood of 14,000 or 15,000 acres have been protected in this program since it started.
And in a growth county like ours, we definitely need it. Clint, what's the best way for people to obviously they can come down and see you here, but what's the best way for them to reach out to the Berkeley
Call
County
our office call our office at 304-267-9370, or visit our website at berkeleycountyrecycling.com and follow us on Facebook.
Yes.
We punch a bunch of stuff up there.
Fantastic. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We're going to take another break, and we'll be right back.
All right.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Johnson, quality Hello, this is Jason Johnson with Johnson & Johnson Heating and Air Conditioning. Have you heard of our Comfort Club? It's our maintenance program designed to keep your heating and cooling system running all year long while saving you money. So join the J&J experience with Johnson & Johnson Heating and Air Conditioning, your Lennox Premier dealer. And welcome to Comfort.
Welcome to Comfort.
We are excited to announce that Comparion Insurance Agency, a Liberty Mutual company, will be at the 26th Annual Home Show on March 25th and 26th at the Martinsburg Roundhouse. Comparion Insurance agents and Martinsburg residents Glenn Mocker and Chad Williams have access to many insurance companies, allowing them to find the right coverage at the right price for you. From home and auto to life and pet insurance, they have you covered. Be sure to visit them at the show. If you can't make your way over to them, give them a call or send an email. They can't wait to meet you.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
All right.
And welcome back to Sunday at the Home Show.
We're here.
Mary Beth and I are joined by Dustin and Anthony from High Point Roofing. You are giving away a free roof. Is that right?
No joke. This is
Absolutely.
It's not April Fool's. It is a free
on
roof.
a house.
Yes.
Yes, on a real house.
I had to laugh yesterday because my co-host yesterday, John Gilstrap, said, there's probably a clause in there. It's probably for a shed or a small house. It wouldn't be for my house. He must have a large house. And I said, no, it's a roof for a house.
So a funny story was Mrs. Janet Brown won last year, and we had to call her 4 times.
You called it 4 times?
Yep. The first 2 times, she was very aggressive. I don't want to buy anything. The 3rd time was, stop calling me. And so the 4th time was Mrs. Brown, this is the last time I'm calling you.
Yes.
You want a free roof. She goes, what are you talking about? I said, and I explained to her about the Eastern Panhandle Builders Show. And she goes, oh my God, is this legit? Yes. And we went out there and no catch, no nothing. It's up to 2,500 square feet or 25 squares. And she was right at that mark.
Right.
And she was a really, really sweet lady.
Aww.
And
so what's the value of that roof, if you don't mind me asking?
if I had to do the math on it, because
ballpark, we're not going to hold you to
ballpark.
As he gets his calculator out.
About $10,625.33.
That's fantastic.
So,
with her. After we did her roof, we got a letter in the mail from her about a month afterwards. And a lot of times with insurance carriers, if your roof's in really bad shape, you have to get it fixed or they'll drop you. So we get a thank you letter about a month later, and then attached to it was an insurance letter. She had gotten a letter from her insurance carrier that if she didn't get her roof replaced, they were dropping her.
Oh, my gosh.
So she wins a free roof, perfect timing.
Yeah. Wow.
So
that is God's way of saying karma, man.
Yeah. And she was so happy. We actually decked out all of her flashings in copper. We had some extra copper around because that was the first time we ever given away a free roof. It's actually the first time I ever heard of anyone giving away a free roof. So we wanted to make it bling a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So you're doing it again.
Gutters.
Yep.
You're doing it again, giving a lot of people. I bet you've had a lot of traffic for that reason.
Yeah. So one cool thing here is that my father-in-law worked at the Roundhouse as a security guard back in the 70s and 80s.
Nice.
My wife and I actually got married here in the Roundhouse. The first roof that we ever did was the Roundhouse roof.
Oh, you actually did this roof.
So we were responsible. This is the first project we did. So we came out swinging with a bang.
How long has the company been around?
28 months.
28 months. You're relatively new.
Yep.
What made you decide you wanted to start a roofing company?
Well, I've always been in the industry. Okay. I used to work as a national building consultant and a storm restoration expert throughout the country.
Okay.
When my wife Kendra and I got married, and she was with child, so you can't just go gallivanting around the country anymore.
That's true.
Anthony was tired of working nights down in D.C., so he wouldn't leave me alone, and here we are.
So, she said, go get a job.
She said, she goes, you need to stop doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And Anthony goes, please stop doing what you're doing. And so we were able to open up.
It was funny. It was his bachelor party.
Oh, my gosh.
We fly out to Missouri, and the owners of the company he was working for, they were the same age as us. And I'm just looking at them, and I was like, if they can do it, we can do it.
Right.
So, a little bit of persuasion.
For our viewers, Anthony and Mary Beth are actually family.
That's
correct?
right.
Yep. Is that correct?
That's right. Anthony's married to my niece.
Anthony's
I call her Nikki. A lot of people know her by Megan
Yep.
because she's a
Megan
hairdresser.
Nikki,
Yes.
or Nikki Megan.
And they have 3 beautiful daughters.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and she's my hairstylist.
And she's
Well,
there you go. Shameless plug there.
Yeah, for her, absolutely.
And Mary can vouch for us. We put a roof on her house last year.
And honestly, I will say this. I won't name the competitors. I won't do that. But, you know, we knew that Anthony had the business, and we wanted to give him an opportunity as family. But my husband's all about, let's see what everybody has, and then we'll see. And we didn't tell them what other people bid on it. They came in and they gave us the best price with the best product, and they did a fantastic job.
Let's talk about product. 'Cause
Yeah.
when I think of roof, I just think I don't think of roofs.
Right.
I'm just sorry, I just don't.
Yeah.
Until it's bad, I don't think about the roof,
Sure.
right? So, what are the different roofs that I can buy?
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
are there that many different types of options?
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Okay. You have your metal applications. We do cedar shake. We actually do real slate, synthetic slate, asphalt, which is going to be your shingles, and there's a multitude of different types of shingles, all the way from your 3-tab compositions to your laminates, your triple lams. There's all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
We recently just installed the second ever F-Wave. It's a synthetic rubberized shingle on the East Coast.
Okay.
We put that on the governors of Maryland's right-hand man.
Okay.
Check that out in
Explain
copper.
that. What is that?
So it's a synthetic shingle.
Okay.
It's a legit Class 4. It's something that will last you. It will last you forever. Okay. It's a newer product. It's only been around about 15 years, 18 years. So it hasn't made its way this far on the East Coast. Okay. Because it's a true impact-resistant shingle that you see a lot
Does
in
that mean
Texas
it's a
for
true-
hail.
Does that mean it's a lot more expensive too than a regular shingle?
It is. It does, the price does reflect.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean-
Because it's a specialty product, and with
Yeah.
any type of specialty product, there's going to be a little bit more higher cost. But the biggest bang what you get, it really offsets everything.
Gotcha.
And timing was probably perfect for you guys in this market. We have a lot of developments that we're hitting that magic year of. I know for our house we're in the 20. I don't know. I know because Robbie was a baby when we moved there, and he's 27. So, 27, 28-year-old house. I mean, most of these developments in Berkeley County and Jefferson County, they're just hitting that prime
I'm
of
looking at
everybody needs new roof, right? And so it's a great time to be in the market, I'm sure, with that many residential communities out there.
Well, the biggest thing here is the Eastern Panhandle is growing exponentially.
Yeah.
It's growing. Having a national experience, working in metropolitans, urban areas, and rural areas, and to come back home and see the development of everything, it was a great time. Anthony had a great idea to make things happen, and it's worked out very, very well. And the great thing is, coming from a national background, I'm able to bring a lot of information and experience from the outside world. Okay,
Sure.
Coming from a small community, we only know what we know, and I was able to be influenced through science and just a bunch of mathematics when it comes to roofing. And no one thinks about those couple words when you think about that stuff. So we do everything to a T, as you saw with our estimates.
Yep.
Our estimates are extremely detailed,
Very
down to the penny.
Wow.
Our measurements are down to the half inch. I mean, we are
And
clean.
you're not just doing roofs. You're doing the gutters. You're doing
We do roofs, siding, gutters, windows, you
Okay.
name it. Basically, we're an exterior company.
Okay.
Anthony's actually just added to our interior painting division. We do custom painting, high end, man. Like these guys have been painting for a long time.
Very nice.
It's a very good job.
What I forgot what I was going to ask you, but what is the timeline? Let's say I meet you here at the home show. I ask you to come and take a look at my roof. How far out am I getting that roof, and how long does my house stay without shingles on it while you're redoing it? Give me the rundown of how that works.
Once the appointment's set, we like to set an appointment within 48 hours when we first call.
Okay.
Or people call us, and we like to stay in a 2-week window.
Okay. So you could potentially do my roof in 2 to 3 weeks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we run a real tight ship.
Okay.
Everything we do is digitally tracked.
Okay.
So weather permitting, our longest date is going to be 14 days out after signed agreement.
Okay. Great. And how long does it take you to actually come out, take the shingles off my house, and put new ones in?
1 day.
1 day.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
How many team members does that take? Depending on the house, I guess.
Well, depending on the project, we can range anywhere from 5 up to 9.
Okay.
And these guys they're clean, man. They're the same guys that I work with.
Yes.
When I travel the country, it's what they do.
They work hard.
How many local folks do you employ at your company?
All of them are local.
Yeah. How many employees do you have? Is what I'm trying to say.
I would say probably about 21.
Fantastic.
Count the crews.
I know about them is they're very invested in the community. Anthony
Excellent.
not only is a state champion wrestler himself, but he is the actually current coach of the year for wrestling and high school sports. He has led Spring Mills to all kinds of titles, and he's very passionate about that because that's something he excelled in, and I love that he and his family are just so vested in the community as well. That to me as a small business owner as well, to me it's all about being a part of the community, not just taking from it, but you're giving back, and you guys do that so well.
Yeah, and that was what sparked the free roof. I mean, getting a jump start to do the roundhouse first and to be able to give back. That was, how big of a can we give back?
Right.
And that's what, I mean, we always do those things. So the community is very important to us. We donate to almost every type of sporting event in the area. Just reach out to us. We do that stuff.
Besides giving away the free roof, I presume you come down, put your name in a hat or a jar or something like that. How do people get in touch with High Point Roofing, Anthony and Dustin? How do we get in touch with you if we can't get down here to the home show?
We have our websites, highpointroofing.com, Facebook, High Point Roofing. We're on all social media platforms. We got some billboards out there. You'll see our yard signs wherever we do a roof.
Yes.
Best phone number to reach you?
It's going to be 304-579-0037.
Yep.
I would say definitely if you want to see the capacity and the vast different projects they can do, hop on their Facebook page because you guys are very good at posting pictures.
Yeah, we not only did we do an F-Wave job last year, we did a couple synthetic jobs in Shepherdstown.
Okay.
Wrapping everything in copper. Those look really nice.
Wrapping in copper.
There's, we've done, we did the Apollo Theater last year. So we've done some big jobs for the community for sure.
Definitely.
Well, we're going to take another short break here, and we'll be back in 2 minutes.
All right. Thank you.
Tell us
when will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
This is Melissa Knott, Regional Manager for City National Bank. We are bringing the heat to the home show with our sizzling hot financial solutions. Stop by our booth and fill up your cup with delicious coffee, and let's talk about how we can perk up your personal finances. From savings accounts to personal and home equity loans, we've got the perfect blend of options to suit your needs. So come on down and let's caffeinate your financial future together with City National Bank. Cheerio for now. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Yes! Wow, that was wordy.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
And welcome back to the 26th Annual Home Show on TV10. We're down here at the Roundhouse in downtown Martinsburg. It is a beautiful day, and I'm joined by my co-host, Miss
Yeah.
Mary Beth Blair,
Hey, folks.
who I do want to just say thank you so much for.
Yeah.
Usually you and I are doing the youth fair, or
fair.
we're doing something else.
Parades.
But I love when you step in and volunteer and help us out with this, because I enjoy chatting with you, and we kind of work well together. Right now we're joined by Brent Renken.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing good. You are with Renken, or you obviously own Renken Remodeling, bath and shower specialists.
Yeah.
They're located
I see your
just
booth over
to
there,
the right of us.
Actually, my husband and I walked by that yesterday, and I picked out which one I want.
Oh, yeah, which one were you looking
I'm
at?
ready. I love the one on the left that has, I don't know what type of tiling that was. It's
We call it groutless tile.
I love that. So one of our favorite things that my husband and I love to do is watch HGTV, and just we love to see all the projects. Our house is 27, 28 years old. So we're like at that stage of our life.
Like 10,000 square feet,
I'm
right?
so proud. No. I mean, this is our family home. All three of our kids grew up in it. And so we're tied to it in a sense. So we're like at that stage where we're thinking, do we want to like go in and remodel and like redo our master, do different things, or do we want to sell it and do our forever home like all on one floor? But when you come to a home show like this and see, I love your displays. It's nice to see. I like how you have the options there for people to see. So if you're watching this and you're thinking about a remodel, you need to come look at it. It helps to see it in person.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
No, so you take some of the ideas that you're talking about in your head and
Yeah.
big remodel. So there's sort of a spectrum of what's considered sort of full remodel to sort of what we do, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So we'll do anything from up to sort of upgrading the space, if you
Okay.
will. So if
Uh-huh.
you're just trying to take the same footprint and you want to make it better,
Right.
we'll tear out the tub, turn it into a shower, replace the shower, replace the
Okay.
tub. The wall systems that we represent are custom built, so they're custom cut on site. The shower pans are custom built for the space.
Nice.
Then we're going to go out there and in as little as a day upgrade that
Wow.
space.
That's nice.
Yeah, but you walk away with the same beauty that you would, it doesn't take a week to give you the beauty.
Right.
One of the things that we represent is we have two different types of materials. So we're going to have the high density polymer.
Okay.
And then the Corian, which is essentially solid surface. A lot of people
Okay.
know of Corian for their
For the
countertops.
yeah.
Yeah, so we're one of the only ones in the area actually that does it in the bathroom.
Okay.
Nice.
We use it because it's a non-porous surface.
Uh-huh.
Everything we do, even the groutless tile we spoke about,
Okay.
if you went with us on that, it's never going to mold, never going to mildew,
Yeah.
easy to clean. Whoever's doing the cleaning in the home always kind of loves that aspect of it. The Corian also maintains that scenario. So it's stone or solid surface, man-made stone.
Now,
from
do
that
you
end.
just do the bath and shower, or do you do the entire bathroom remodel?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
We'll start with called the wet area. So we'll start with the wet area.
Okay.
We will come out and we'll do flooring, vanity, toilet swaps.
Oh, good. Okay. So that's good.
We will do that. We wouldn't just come out just to do that, but we'll
Right.
start with that because a lot of people that's the completed project for them.
Exactly.
For us, we stop shy of we stop short of doing the if you want to take your shower and put it where your vanity is. And,
So a complete rebuild, maybe not, but if you
Yeah.
want to take the where your stuff is and upgrade it, that's kind of where we're talking about.
Yeah, and a lot of people they want the the idea of the rebuild is exciting to them until they sit down and they're until you have someone come in and so we can do something at a fraction of the cost of what that complete rebuild would be. And oftentimes when we have a conversation with people, so it's probably worth saying, we're here setting up consultations.
Yes.
So we'll come out to your home,
Okay.
sit down with all homeowners, anyone involved in the design or financing of the project.
Okay.
Takes about an hour, but we're going to literally build it out with you.
Okay.
You're going to see the materials, bring the showroom out to you, to your kitchen
Wow.
table,
Uh-huh.
build it out with you, and give you a quote right down to the dollar,
Okay.
right on the spot.
Uh-huh.
We're also going to give you $1,500 off if you book the consultation here at the home show.
nice.
So
Well,
come by and
that's
see
a
us.
good start.
It's a good start.
That's
It's the
a good
deepest we
start,
go.
yeah.
We love home shows.
So if I wanted to take my tub out and put a shower there, that's a possibility with you?
Yeah, that's. I
Okay.
mean, we live for that.
Yeah.
In all honesty, but if you wanna, we'll run into people who have their master bathroom. They want to take their tub. They want to take a jacuzzi.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't
Those
take baths
old
now.
school- No, they don't, right?
Yeah. So you want to take the jacuzzi tub out and you want to widen your shower. We
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
have custom conversations.
Okay.
So
So what's the most popular? Your customers are obviously the ones who drive where you go and what you're showing, right?
Sure.
Because basically the trends kind of move. What's the hottest trend in what you're doing? What do people do? Is it all glass? Is it what do the people want these days?
For us, it's really more color based, to be honest
Okay.
with you.
Wow.
So we have a Carrera marble. That's one that, again, it's a display that's over there. I would challenge anybody walking with the groutless tile. It's something people enjoy.
Sure.
That sounds really good.
Corian is an upgraded sort of version of the non-porous side of things, so it's definitely a pricier. The material's pricier. It is a luxury item, but it is also, there's so many different colors, patterns, creativity that you can get within it. That's sort of our answer to tile, if you will. So we don't want the grout going away. We don't want the water behind the wall. If you take a moisture meter, it's a part of our process. We'll go with moisture meter, and we'll take it across your wall.
Right.
And tile's beautiful up to the point it's not.
Right.
And then once it's not,
Sure.
it just never gets beautiful again. And anyone who has to clean that
Yes.
knows the pain of the constant cleaning, and it just stays dirty.
Right.
And again, we feel like we have a great solution for that.
Okay. How long has your business been around? How long have you been
Almost
doing
5
this?
years.
5 years?
Yeah. We're coming up on 5 years here in July. We love the Eastern Panhandle. We love this area. We'll go down to Front Royal, Winchester. We have a warehouse out of Frederick, but everything we do is in people's homes. So again, we bring that showroom out to their homes.
So you don't have to go and visit the store. You can just...
There is no store to visit. Yeah, we literally we have consultants all across the region. We cover Maryland, West Virginia, Virginia.
That's good.
Yeah.
So and that's kind of a great business model, because you can come into the home and show me exactly what you're doing.
You don't have that brick and mortar expense overhead, so it might allow you to be more competitive, I'm sure.
Well, there's that, and then we also offer financing at the kitchen table. So there's, if you're sitting there thinking, well, I'd like to get it done, but I want to wait, the procrastination is the number one reason we run into with people who are, or in your scenario where you're talking about, well, we might do the forever home, we might need to move. Well, why not get your bathroom done so you can enjoy it before you move?
Right.
And then it's going to help you move, because it's going to help you sell your home.
It's good.
So,
It definitely will help you sell your home. The master bath is one of those things that definitely people like to look at.
Master, guest. I mean, we do a lot of the stuff. It doesn't really matter. We love all bathrooms.
Right. Well, I know, too, another thing that's become popular is, like, several years ago, probably 10 actually, we had to convert my parents' home. We had to give my dad had a stroke, and we needed a shower that we could wheel him into, and we had to take the tub out, and and so many people, like you said, are not doing the tubs these days because they want that handicap accessible for the future, but also it's not something they're doing. Unless they have kids, they have to throw in the tub,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's for kids.
Right.
And that's just
I can't tell you how many people say to me that they got a garden tub that they never use, and I imagine you replace a lot have those.
Yeah, and the safety and accessibility part is worth talking about a little bit, because it's we run into people all the time, especially at the shows, where we'll have a grab bar in there, and we can set up the tub or the shower, or really it's the shower, to be in an area where you got some help entering. You got some help while you're in there. It's not a space that a lot of people think about until they have to.
It's one of the most danger zones, highest danger zones for elderly, really.
It is, and a lot of people that we run into at shows like this is they'll we'll do it. And I work a lot of the shows as well, just because I like to see what people are saying and what we need. But they'll come in, they'll say, well, I need this because I'm getting older. And we'll kind of have that conversation. It's like, okay, well, do it before there's a problem.
Right.
So we usually hit people in one of two spots. It's either they've already slipped, which is unfortunate, and we've never that's a terrible thing. But get it done before that scenario becomes an issue. So if you start having an issue raising your leg up, or you start having an issue with the safety of not having a bar, get it done, because the last thing you want is to have to get it done.
Right. And I noticed one of your models had like a little built-in bench, which is nice too.
We do teakwood fold downs for space. We'll do. It's a custom conversation. It really is. So
then I'm presuming you can't really give us a price, because every bathroom's different. But what's the range that you can what's the range that a bathtub replacement would cost? I mean, I
got to hold true to the form of everything and just say we got to come in your home, take a look at it. So that's if it's worth 60 minutes of your time to take a look at it, to build it out, we're going to give you a quote right down to $1.
Okay.
It's a free consultation.
How do people get in touch with you? What's the best way? What's the website? What's the phone number? How do people
you can call 844-589-2284.
Go ahead, say that one more time.
844-589-BATH.
Okay.
844-589-BATH, and then it's www.renkenremodeling.com.
That's RENKEN.
RENKEN remodeling.com. Absolutely, and check us out, and we appreciate the opportunity to talk. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brent. We really appreciate it. We're going to take another little break here. Take a 3-minute break, and we'll be right back.
Awesome. Did we ask you if we have anything going on at the show?
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery, Sorry, insuring it shouldn't be a headache. Erie, #1 in the nation for highest satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 6 years in a row. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
When you're looking for the perfect gift, look no further than L.A. Roberts Jewelers at 146 North Queen Street in downtown Martinsburg. Choose from a huge selection of unique items, from the finest diamonds that make your eyes sparkle to exquisite timepieces, figurines, and collectibles. Buying from L.A. Roberts Jewelers means that you've made the decision to do business with people who've excelled in the industry for more than 100 years. They'll be here tomorrow when you need them, and if you need your jewelry or your watch repaired, they'll do that too. L.A. Roberts in downtown Martinsburg. Old World Jewelers for a new age.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Mom, I hit your car with a softball.
Did you throw it or hit it off the tee?
Off the tee.
Whoa, good hit, kid. Good thing we know Cody from Cody's Auto Body. I'll text him now.
Oh, Kenna, I heard you hit your mom's window with a softball. Good hit. Keeps me in business. We can get you in lickety-split, no
Hey, that's a bad word.
Shut up, kid. We won't drop the ball on your car. Every repair's a grand slam. Bring your car to Cody's Auto Body. As always, it's Cody's with a T for trust.
Hey, you can't say that.
Join us for the 2023 Eastern Panhandle Home Builders Association 26th Annual Home Show, March the 25th and 26th at the Roundhouse in downtown Martinsburg, featuring over 110 exhibits and food trucks on the grounds. Diamond sponsor Pine Creek Structures is giving away an outdoor patio set, and you can enter to win. This year's silent auction is sponsored by Snyder, Bailey & Associates. The 2023 Home Show is the place to see home builders, remodelers, banks and lenders, landscaping companies, heating and air conditioning contractors, and a whole host of other products for your home with over 110 exhibits. Platinum sponsors include City National Bank, Eastern Panhandle Heating and Cooling, DRB Homes, High Point Roofing, and Aspen Home Improvements. Admission is free, so stop by the Martinsburg Roundhouse and get some information on your next home project at the 26th Annual Home Show, March the 25th and 26th. This year's gold sponsors include Modern Renovations, Negley's Clean Water, Nicely Pools, the Eastern Panhandle Board of Realtors, Rankin Remodeling, and the Hornby Media Group. Silver sponsors include Cumberland Valley, ABC Supply Company, and Modern Realty Results. For more information, visit ephomeshow.com.
Out my co-host to grab some other interviews, kind of see what's going on. But with me right now is Mayor Knowles, who's also the executive director for the Eastern Panhandle Home Builders Association. So would love to hear what the feedback is and what's going on. You've been out and about all day. So tell us what's going on, because we're kind of stuck here, and you can give us that perspective.
Well, first of all, I'm glad Mike had to leave.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's just you and I.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I can tell you that, after yesterday, we saw a banner crowd come through here yesterday. The crowd was estimated over 3,000 people that came through.
Great.
So I went around this morning and I wanted to talk to the vendors to see how their comparison was, not only to what it was last year,
right,
and also to other venues. And you know what? It was all positive. I mean, I talked to one vendor and they said, I signed more leads today than I did the whole weekend in Frederick. Wow. That was a common theme that I was hearing. And they said that the crowd was very good and very high quality type individuals for their leads, for their organization.
So people who really are looking for the services here, not just somebody. I know a lot of times home shows can get the reputation of people just going in and
like Halloween.
Yes, exactly. But it sounds like people are very happy with that there are some significant opportunities to do business out of this. And that's what you want for your vendors.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and today, look at today. Today is awesome. The parking lots are full. Not only the parking lot here, but the parking lots in the cities. The trolley is riding around, and you have a beautiful sunny day. It's nice. It's starting to get a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
The mud isn't what it was yesterday, but I can tell you that we're gonna see a banner year this year. I mean, this is only our second one and one to compare to here, but we're gonna see numbers today that equate to the numbers that we've seen in other indoor facilities such as Big Bucks Bingo and at the mall. So we're gonna break the 5,000 mark. We're hoping to hit 6,000. We do that, and the vendors are, we worked out some logistics as far as our electric and everything. It is an old building, so electric is spotty in some areas, but we're able to work that out.
Well, that's good. So let's talk a little bit about everything that's going on. We have about 145-ish vendors, exhibitors today, but we also have food trucks. There's food, so you can come down and get your Sunday meal here. And
great food. And I'm gonna attempt to
say all the names.
Say all the names.
So
I have Mountaineer Meats. They're great food. I have Almost Heaven, I have Fed Up, and I have F&N flatbreads.
Yes, there you go. That's pretty good.
Flatbreads.
Yes, there you go.
F&N flatbreads. I say it 3 times and I can maybe work it.
Ever in one of the buildings, what is that chocolate? Have you been to that?
It's called, I think it's called Moonshine Chocolate.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people over there.
Yeah, and they say that the liquor is burnt off. I'm allergic to alcohol, so I stay away from it. But
I would think
a lot of people are doing
in the cooking process, anyways, it would.
Well, they say that, but I'm not one to
test
that. My allergy will take it all over the place.
Yeah. Okay. So we're not going to do that.
We're not gonna but we have a wonderful silent auction back there. A lot of great items.
Back there?
They have a solo fireplace. They have some gas fireplaces. They have some grills. They have some golf packages.
Nice.
A wonderful four tickets to the Oriole games. There's an Airbnb, just on and on and on. There's a cigar package there, which is the beautiful items from King Street Tobacco and Coffee and Tobacco, with some coffee and some wonderful cigar items on there. So if fits anybody's needs to be able to go back there.
Don't miss that. It's all the way
in the back.
The back, and I think the little museum is back there too. You can check that out when you're back there.
Yeah, we made sure that we wanted to show some of the artifacts here from the Roundhouse. So we set it up so that people could go in there and browse around while they're still doing their the silent auction. And that ends at 4 o'clock, and it ends on the dot. And believe me, people are standing there for the last minute to try to get their last bid in.
I'm sure. So you'll announce that on Facebook later, who the winners are.
Yeah, you will, right?
I guess we will. Yeah, we'll try to do that. So again, we're here with Mayor Knowles, who's the director of the Eastern Panhandle Home Builders Association. You're in your 26th year of doing this.
26 years.
And we know that you have at least 3 more years here at the Roundhouse. What can we expect in the years to come, as you can, obviously you're sold out this year. No more spaces. And I'm sure there are other businesses who would like to be a part of this. So how will you accommodate growth in the years to come?
Yeah, and keep in mind we did have a waiting list in case people didn't show up to be able to bring people in. But keep in mind where we have our lounge for our vendors now.
Right.
That building is in the process, and it was started the process last year, but now it's starting to move a little bit quicker to put a concrete floor in there, an elevator, and heating and air system in there. The bathrooms are right there. The bathrooms are heated. So once you get those 2 floors up, all I can see is an expansion, and you could fit probably another 50 to 100 booths in that building itself if you utilize both floors.
So you wouldn't actually move. You would still maintain this space.
Oh,
as well,
most definitely.
Because I think some people really like being in this area, and I guess the advantage to being a higher level sponsor for the home show gets you in this center section. So that's kind of like, I know a lot of people say, well, how do you get in that building as opposed to that building? And it's all about the level of sponsorship you want your business to be in, and it equates to the location, right?
Yeah, that's a great point, because there are some prime spaces, as you can see, and these would be our gold sponsors, our silver sponsors, our platinum sponsors, that they get first choice as to where they want their booths, which is only right. They're spending a lot of money, a lot of extra money to be able to get to the people that they think that they need to get to.
Right, and so those and all of those sponsorships go to help put on that provides infrastructure and the cost of doing the show, correct?
Yeah.
That's if you are a sponsor, that goes right into. It's not like you're making profit. You're not a for-profit. So.
No. Any of the monies that are raised here are to help utilize any type of lobbying or code changes that we might see through state, local, or national levels. And no, we never make a profit. Our organization always. We usually end up losing some money, and over the years we were able to build a little bit, but we end up losing a few dollars here and there. But this is our biggest fundraiser for our organization. We do have others. We have a golf tournament coming up June 21st at the Woods. So if anybody is interested in doing any sponsorships or putting a team together, don't hesitate to get a hold of the Eastern Panhandle Home Builders Association, and then in September we have a sports shoot, which I was part of last year for the first time. Boy, I'm not one. I don't go shooting all the time, but boy, I had a great time.
Really,
great time.
Let's talk about the organization itself, because it exists to do what? I mean, not just to do a home show, but for other reasons. What do you exist as an association?
So as an association, we help and find training opportunities for the businesses that are part of our organization, whether it be safety training, updates on codes, electrical, whatever it might be, to utilize that. Work with state, federal, and local officials on any updates on codes or any code discrepancies. Work with the utility companies. So if somebody is waiting too long to get their utilities hooked up, we'll step in and see what we can do to help push that process forward. So basically, it's about me being able to network in the right places and touch the right people so that we can help our organization, the members and their affiliates, to be able to move forward and be successful.
It's kind of like a chamber of commerce for builders, because you're networking, you're resourcing them, you're also an ambassador. You're, like you said, doing the legislation and fighting on their behalf and educating. So if you're in this industry and you're here represented today, most of the people here, are they members of the association?
Most are, and they're the ones that aren't. They're the ones that we're going to talk to and try to have them sign up as our members, and they're going to be able to see the benefits as a member too. They get a break on their booths and their tables and everything. So there's a substantial discount for a member to be able to be a sponsor and to have a booth and everything. Where if somebody from the outside, it's a little bit boring. It only makes sense, somebody coming from the outside just to take advantage of this weekend. It's not fair to offer that a discount to our membership.
Now, before we close, we're going to take a break here in a second, but were you a part of all of the awards this morning? Did you help select the winning booths, or who did you have? Do you have a special panel of folks that did that?
That being said, we don't have anything to do with who picks what. We do have judges that are anonymous that go around, and there's different criteria that they get. It's not always about the best looking. It's how the people approach you, how they talk to you, how they present their.
So silent shoppers going out throughout the day.
That's right. We had them out from 10 to 12. They go around, and then they get together. They do the calculations, and there's like 3 or 4 categories that they get rated in, and then they take the highest rating and so on and so on.
Well, great. Well, if you wonder who those winners are, they are posted on the Home Show Facebook page, and you can check out who they are, and then make sure that you check out their booths when you're here, because they are very impressive, the top winners. But everybody has done a fantastic job. There's something at every table. Well, we walked around yesterday, and it was really worth it to get a lot of literature and ideas. And so thank you guys, everybody and your staff, for doing what you do and putting this on. And if you want one last plug before we go to break.
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to thank you guys. I mean, without you guys broadcasting here, we wouldn't be able to have this. So we really appreciate TV10 and WRNR for everything that they do, and even Mike Kite, but not Mike Kite, Mike Hornby, and especially his wife, Crescia. She's the backbone behind it.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we'll be right back after this break, and we have some more exhibitors we're going to introduce to you. So hang on, and we'll be right back with you.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
Laura. Hey, Laura. What's with the sunglasses? Ouch! The word is spreading. Bechtel Jewelers is home to some dangerously brilliant diamonds.
See the difference at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood. Sunglasses not included.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back and forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
And welcome back to the 26th Annual Home Show on TV 10. I am joined by Mary Beth. We are getting into the end stretch here, Mary Beth.
Last few interviews.
It's getting really busy in here.
It is.
We're joined this segment by C.R. Hogendorp.
Yes, sir.
C.R. is one of the co-owners of Bristol Springs Custom Homes.
Yes, sir.
Correct? Mm-hmm. Now, you're a smaller builder, is
yes.
what you would kind of explain to me, and you're building more, I don't want to say high, it is, but it's more custom high-end homes for people in the area.
Exactly.
Correct?
We are a custom home builder. You know, what we like to tell people is if you can dream it, we can build it.
Okay.
So we build smaller houses, but we tend to build more the larger size.
Okay.
Berkeley County, Jefferson County, right here in West Virginia, right here at home.
Now, are you building on people's lots, or do you have lots in different areas that you're doing both the building and selling of the land and the prop?
Exactly. So a lot of times people have their lot. They come to us, they found their dream lot, and they say, hey, now we're ready for the house, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So most of the time they have their own lot, but if you can't find a lot, we work with a team of realtors. We have a large connection. We can help you find that lot.
Okay. Gotcha.
And what size lots are people purchasing or putting their homes on these days from you?
Sure. Well, you know, that comes down to your style.
Okay.
You know, we can build you a beautiful house on a couple acres, or if you're, I tend to like my land.
Yes.
So I might build a little bit smaller house, but still my dream, but I got a little more land to it.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I have a lot, and let's just say it's sitting in the country somewhere, and it's got some trees, it's got some rocks, would you be able to look at that lot, if you will, and tell me what kind of house would best suit that topography,
Absolutely.
if you will?
Yeah.
Absolutely. We do that a lot for our clients that we work with.
Okay.
One of the first steps when we meet somebody and all that is, and they have a lot, we want to go see that lot. We don't even talk about numbers, contracts, anything. We say, hey, we're going to meet at the lot. We're going to walk it, get a feel for it. So then we give you recommendations.
So that's step one, right?
Exactly.
What would be the next step?
From that, when I sit down with people, I always have to know, what do you have to have in this house?
Right.
Because, too often people say, well,
checklist,
this and that, the checklist, exactly. And then from there, we kind of just work backwards as far as getting you what you have to have in your house. Have to have is in your want have to have.
Right.
We all know we need the bathrooms,
So,
the
Mary
kitchens,
Beth, what
but
would
the other
you
things.
have to have in a custom house you were building? What would you ask for
I
to
think
start with?
when we think about our forever home at our age, I'm so excited. We almost have our house paid off. That's a lot of people can't say they'll ever do that.
That's a great feeling.
So then I'm like, do I want to move after we pay off the house this fall? But we're already thinking about at our age, we're grandparents now. Like we don't want to wait till we're too old, like we were talking earlier, to enjoy our forever home. And so we're thinking all one level, maybe with a basement that could be like in-law quarters.
No going up.
No,
you can go down.
Yeah, I want everything. That's what we're thinking about. A nice, large, ranch-style home. But we've talked about, you always have those dreams that my mother will be on one side, his mom on the other side, and we'll be in the middle. But I don't know if by the time we do this, if they'll both still be around. But that's we've thought about that because we are passionate about taking care of our parents, but. I definitely obviously we want our master bedroom and our bathroom to be, that's important. I want it to be like they say, a sanctuary. You want it to be where you relax and you enjoy. So,
when you're off the air, swing by the booth because we built exactly what you just described a couple of years ago.
Oh, wow.
And I'll show you the
I
plans.
See that. Yeah.
So,
exactly.
is that what the customer or the people are looking for these days? Is that sound about right, or is everybody completely different?
Everybody has their own dream of what they think their perfect house is. So I hear that a lot, breaking up, having the parents stay, but you don't want them necessarily in the next room.
Yes. Independence there,
exactly.
Separated.
So
but I think
like
also for our family, we're going to look for an area that has a nice. I love when on all these shows we laugh. Of course, everybody says the open concept, but you do. I want a great room beside of my kitchen that we can just always be.
So that when you're cooking
and
Thanksgiving,
family, we're all together.
You can all hang out together.
Yes, and we can eat together. We can the food. Just all of that. I think those things are very important. And I'm sure in my forever home, I'm always going to be working. I'm always going to want an office there. I have a home office, so I would.
I could not imagine you not work.
No, I don't think it's interesting because I'm so much like my dad and mom. They're just never set still. And he tried to retire, and we laughed because he just couldn't. He enjoyed people too much. He wanted to be out in the public, always just interacting. And I do love what I do. That's a gift. And so I hope that I'll always be able to choose that. So, yeah, I definitely would want a house at home or an office at home. What would you nowadays, like with you, like in your crew, how many homes can you be maybe building at one time? Are you focused on one at a time, or
so with that we're not a huge builder. We're not just stamping them out and moving on. We take a lot of time. One thing, I'm third generation.
Okay.
My parents and grandparents over 40 years experience with that. And one thing we pride ourselves on is we've never built the same house twice.
Wow, that's
so
good.
Different versions of a type of house, but they've never been identical.
Right, true custom.
Exactly, true custom. So with that, we're not pumping out the high numbers. There's some of the big guys. There's different business models.
Right.
So we typically have between 6 to 8 under roof at one time that we're working on. At max. Any more than that, we can't give people the attention to detail. So we slow down a little bit and make sure that everybody's getting it.
What's a typical time frame for a house? Obviously it's size, but
that's a loaded question these past couple of years, isn't it?
People are like, how long is it going to take for me to get in my home? Right.
Yeah, so it's extended a little bit. We're anywhere from 8 months on the lower end now to that's our goal, to get it done as soon as we get our supplies in.
I was going to say, is the supply issue still an issue?
That is the big thing that slows us down is supplies.
Is it any particular supply? What's taking the longest, if you will, when you order?
Depends on what week it is.
Okay. So it could be windows one week.
We've been through times where the windows were backed up, and then another time windows weren't a problem, but a particular client wanted this exact color shakes on the front of their house.
Shakes. Siding?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So we couldn't find them. Wound up finding them in North Carolina. So I loaded up the truck and went all night, did kind of a bull run, so to speak, all the way down and back, got the shakes, but we had to find them.
Now, is Charlie your dad?
Charlie is my dad, yes. And Betty's my mother.
And that really made an impression on me when I went over to your booth. And folks, I will say this, you guys won second place for
yes, sir.
For booth contest. It is a family, and when I was over there talking to Charlie, CR was changing your son's son's
diaper,
the whole family's there, and I love dealing with small business and family business.
Absolutely.
Mary Beth and I we're the same way. We're a small business, family business. CR, what's the best way for somebody to get in touch with you?
So if you want to give us a call, you can reach out to the office. The number is you think I know that right off the top of my head. The number is 304-620-4360. Or you can visit us at bristolspringswv.com, and that go right to our website. Take a look at some of our houses. Maybe you'll see something that inspires you. give us a call, and we'll help make it your own.
That's awesome.
For anything that you're doing at the home show that is special this year, any incentives for people to use you guys? Or
Building. So with that, it's pretty much, we don't like to just say, hey, we're going to give you this.
Yeah.
Because every time we talk to somebody, their must-have, their want is different.
Right.
Yeah. So we're here to answer questions, help people kind of envision their dream, and go from there.
That's good.
Fantastic.
Well, thank you so much
for joining us.
And
we're going to take another 3-minute break, and we'll be right back.
Hello, Glenn Mocker here, your local Comparion insurance agent. I wanted to take a moment to remind you that Chad Williams and I will be at the Eastern Panhandle Home Builders Association Home Show in Martinsburg on March 25th and 26th at the Martinsburg Roundhouse. Give me a call at 301-378-7639.
Hey, Chad Williams here. Glenn and I want to make sure that everyone knows who the 2 most proactive personal lines insurance agents are in the 4-state region. We not only offer the best possible insurance advice to cover you and your loved ones, but ensure you're saving money with the greatest rates from all our line of carriers. Give me a call at 301-378-7628.
March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. In West Virginia, colorectal cancer is the 3rd most common cause of cancer deaths for men and women combined, yet it's one of the most preventable. Colorectal cancer screening, starting from ages 45 through 75, can find cancer early when it is easier to treat and cure. The WVU Cancer Institute, the West Virginia Mountains of Hope State Cancer Coalition, and WVU Medicine encourage you to talk with a healthcare provider about the screening test that's right for you.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Hi, this is Lauren from Orsini's right here in Martinsburg. Grilling is not just for the boys. We are a Platinum Traeger dealer carrying the Pro Series all the way up to the Timberline Series. We have every flavor of wood pellets along with accessories, rubs, sauces. Not just Traeger, we carry Utz, Meat Church, Lanes, and Dizzy Pig. We also carry a full line of Yeti products. Orsini's has everything to complete your backyard. Visit us at 360 Hack Wilson Way or at Orsinis.com.
Hey everyone, it's Laura Chandler, mortgage specialist from City National Bank. We're not just brewing up coffee and hot chocolate, we're also brewing up solutions for your financial needs. Come join us at the Roundhouse for the home show and let's perk up your finances together. Swing by our booth for a cup of joe and let's talk about how to caffeinate your financial future with City National Bank. Don't miss out on this chance to have a little fun and get serious about your finances at the same time. See you there. City National Bank, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
And welcome back to TV10's show on the home show. We are in our last couple of segments here. Mary Beth and I are joined by Marty from Smoots Landscaping and Hardscaping.
Yes, sir.
Their booth is in the gravel building. Awesome. It is awesome. We talked about it yesterday. It's got a model train going around a pond. Yeah. It is fantastic.
Fan favorite, right?
Fan favorite, I would say.
Absolutely, and they won
third place.
So we weren't the judges, so we may have
if we were the judges
differently. No, they were all great. All of the winners were good. But
yes,
that just was, I mean, of course it was that one thing that just grabs your attention and maybe would bring someone to your booth. Otherwise, you know, they might be shy or something and not come over. Tell us how effective it's been. Have you had a lot of customers because of that train?
Yes, ma'am. That train has attracted a lot of people over to our booth. Yeah. Not only the train, but the water feature. Yeah. The water feature attracts a lot of kids, and the train just attracted more kids. But also, Local Joe's provided the train.
Oh, nice.
And actually, a lot of older people came there to visit the booth because of the train, and they're train enthusiasts.
Oh,
so my brother actually put a train around his pond back home. and same size.
Wow.
But it goes around his whole yard because he loves trains. So
That's
I thought it was really cool. Marty, tell us a little bit about, you started your business back in '93.
Yes, sir.
And then you went back to the Army, you said.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your service.
Well, you're welcome. Yep.
Give us the backstory of how Smoot started and what you've done with it.
Yeah, we started back in '93. I got out of the military and started my own business doing lawn care.
Okay.
And it just kept growing and growing, and then we opened up a nursery. The nursery got established in 2001, right at 9/11 time frame.
Gosh, yeah.
And then after the 9/11 happened, I'd bought 10 acres. Or before 9/11 happened, I bought 10 acres. Started the nursery. Then when 9/11 happened, I tried to get back into the Army, but of course you're in too much debt at that point.
Okay.
So I worked real hard for the next 7 years, sold my business, and went back into the Army.
Wow.
And
is 9/11 the cause of, was that the momentum that made you want to go back into the Army?
Yes, sir. That definitely wanted to get back into the military. And once I got back in 2008, and
what did you do in the military?
Well, I was Army Special Forces, Civil Affairs. So it was pretty good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No regrets.
Oh, wow. And how long did you stay when you went back?
I did 22 years, 7 months altogether.
Wow.
And now I'm retired and happy and good to go. Now ready to tackle this all over again.
And now you're taking on the hardscape and landscape, and you're joined by your son?
Yes, sir. Me and my son, we partner up, and now we started Smoots LLC all over again.
Wow.
And get ready to open up another nursery as well.
So where's that nursery going to be?
It's going to be at 243 Painesford Road here in Martinsburg.
Okay. Yeah. So tell us what do you specialize in? Obviously, when you talk about what you're doing, it could go from just simple mowing to the landscaping to, like we were saying, hardscapes. Water is involved. What are those projects that you just really enjoy doing?
The best projects I like is the ponds. I really enjoy the water gardens.
Okay.
However, we focus on the hardscapes, landscape ponds. We call it the HELP, HELP.
Okay.
The E is just a little in there for the hardscapes, landscape ponds, so we just add that as a help.
Okay.
But our favorite projects for me is the ponds. But we just overwhelmed with hardscapes.
Yeah.
That becomes the most that everybody wants to buy as a hardscape. The paver patios, the retaining walls, and I think that's our best niche is right there.
And the cost of those has come down quite a bit in recent years, right?
In recent years, the material over the last 2 or 3 years with COVID, the material has really went up a lot. Now we're starting to see a decline in the material now as far as prices go.
Right.
But the availability is just not there. So when you're looking at a hardscape now, you got to really put, forecast your material probably 6 to 8 weeks out. And, we've been fortunate enough to have enough jobs where it's keeping us 6 to 8 weeks out anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as long as we can get in and get the material ordered, we're pretty much on target of getting the jobs done when we say we are.
So if someone were to come to you here at the home show before 4 o'clock today, talk to you, and they want to get this, they have this idea, this vision, what do you think the time frame for right now for your business is, the wait is?
Yeah, so right now, if you sign up today at the home show, we usually charge $50 for a consultation.
Okay.
It's free if you sign up here at the home show.
Okay.
Oh, good.
You would see us, we're probably, right now we're booking about 3 weeks out for consultations because the show, I'd say we've landed probably 20, 22 leads right now.
Oh, good.
And so it's pretty much, we do probably 12, 15 consultations a week.
Okay.
So right now, I would say within 2 to 3 weeks from now, you would be able to see us for a consultation.
Okay.
And as far as the scheduling goes, we're probably booked out until the end of May.
Oh, wow.
As far as for a hardscape goes. But if it's a small job, you could probably see us earlier because we do a lot of pool decks and stuff like that as well.
Okay. That's good.
What's the best way for people to reach you?
The phone. You call our shop. Yes, sir.
So what's that phone number?
It's 304-279-0130.
And go ahead and tell us one more time.
Yes, sir. 304-279-0130.
Great.
Thank you very much, Marty. Appreciate you joining us. Please, folks, you've only got a couple hours left. Go and see his booth.
Yeah.
It is very, very creative.
It's good.
If that's the kind of work that he's doing, I'd recommend going to see
I'd appreciate
Marty.
it.
Marty
Thanks,
Smith.
sir.
Thank you very much. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and we're going to do our last segment with Modern Renovations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Pre-furnace February has been extended at Johnson & Johnson Heating and Air Conditioning. Now to the end of March, when you buy a qualifying Lennox system at Johnson & Johnson, we will give you the matching furnace or heat pump air handler free. Or finance your new system with 0 down, 0% interest up to 60 months. Contact Johnson & Johnson Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Welcome to comfort.
We are excited to announce that Comparion Insurance Agency, a Liberty Mutual company, will be at the 26th Annual Home Show on March 25th and 26th at the Martinsburg Roundhouse. Comparion Insurance agents and Martinsburg residents Glenn Mocker and Chad Williams have access to many insurance companies, allowing them to find the right coverage at the right price for you. From home and auto to life and pet insurance, they have you covered. Be sure to visit them at the show. If you can't make your way over to them, give them a call or send an email. They can't wait to meet you.
You've been in an accident. The choice of a lawyer may be the biggest decision you make for you and your family's future. At Mansion Ferretti, we offer a free consultation and no fees until we win your case. Call us today and protect your future. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Welcome back to our last segment at the 26th Annual Home Show. Mary Beth, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
Last but certainly not least, we have Larry and John from Modern Renovations. You can't miss their booth. It takes up half of the Roundhouse across the way there.
It's got good curb appeal.
It really does have good curb appeal. Larry, welcome. How are you, sir?
Good. How about yourself?
Doing very good. How's the show been for you?
That's been good.
Yeah?
We've scheduled a lot of appointments. There's a lot of activity, so
okay.
it seems really good so far.
Yeah. What is the, when you come to a show like this, how many leads or appointments do you expect to make?
Well, that's always up in the air. I mean, you want to get something, obviously.
Yeah.
We're blessed. I mean, we'll probably schedule 50 appointments out of this.
Okay.
Wow, that's great.
You know, we're over 40, so it's already going to be really profitable.
Okay.
You know, but you got to put the time in.
Right.
You got to sit out here. You got to do the work. And there's a pool of people here, and they're clearly here because they want a service.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And what are you seeing one specific thing
It's roofing that you're really focusing
on,
right?
Well, yeah, we'll do almost anything, but I'd say 95% of what we do is roofing, asphalt shingles. And there's some other really good roofers in here. Chad Looks is over there, and you know, he's probably our biggest competition.
Okay.
And from what I know, he's done well as well. So there's a lot of people here that are looking for a particular service. So if you take the time to set it up,
right. Now, if I come to you today at the home show and say I would like to appointment for you to come look at my house for a new roof, how soon are you able to come look at the house, and then how soon after that are you putting shingles on the roof?
So, I mean, if you came today, I can do satellite imagery right here and produce an estimate on the spot.
It's
not a big deal, easy work.
Technology, right?
But if you're going to schedule an appointment out, we'll basically do whatever you'd like us to. We can be there tomorrow. We can be there next month.
Yeah.
From the time you say go, meaning you decided to use us as a company, you picked out your color, you've given a deposit, we'll have your roof on in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
And that's pretty standard for most companies, I'd say, at this level.
And then, John, you obviously have the best hat in the whole building.
Right.
It's very noticeable.
Yes.
What is your what's your position with the company, and what are you focused on?
I really can't hear you. I'm trying to hear you.
What is your position, and what are you focused on?
I'm an estimator.
Okay.
So my job is to go out and estimate and inspect roofs for clients.
Okay. What Larry, when we talk about estimating, you talk about satellite imagery. You can literally go on your phone or your iPad and look at my house and tell me exactly what it'll cost me to put new shingles on.
We have a program. I mean, John, so for the Martinsburg area, because obviously we have multiple offices, but in this area right here, John does most of the estimating.
Okay.
So he can get on his tablet or his computer. He can produce an estimate using a satellite. So John's been working with me for 22 years.
Okay.
So he swung the hammer with me all the way through, and he's also been blessed that he doesn't have to swing a hammer anymore. So,
that's very true.
Well, that's an interesting point, though, with you guys leading this company. Is you're not just managing the company. You've actually done put in the work.
We've done
you
the work.
understand, and you know the difference in the product, and you know what a particular house needs, and what the options are best for them, and so forth.
That's what really sets us aside. We are great salesmen, as we should be.
Yeah.
But we have done the work. Yeah, good talkers. we have done the work. John's been doing this his whole life. Same thing with me. Chad Look is another example of that. Chad swung the hammer for 25 years. So you could use anybody to do your roof. But when you're just using a company that's just selling you, they're just selling you. When you're using a company that actually has done the work, it's their livelihood, they've grown the company, I think you get a different type of service with a company like that.
Gotcha. Does when your dad, because obviously we talked to Larry DeMarco Sr. yesterday, when one of his clients buy a house, does the roof automatically come with a new roof? Or have you tied those together yet?
You would think that would happen.
Yeah.
It gives you the referral.
You know my dad. And he's about as ethical as they come. So he's not going to push anything like that. Now, if something gets kicked back on a home inspection, we'll absolutely get the opportunity to look at it. But we will refer each other, but we try not to step on each other's toes. We don't want it to look like we're picking for each other.
Okay.
So we try to be ethical.
Because it would be pretty cool if every Modern Realty Results house came with a brand new roof.
It would be really cool. You should talk to Dad about that.
It would be like it'd be that symbiotic relationship that all his houses have brand new roofs.
Right.
I mean, and he has to pay for them. Well, of course,
he's over there. So when we get done, you should talk to him about that, Mike.
One thing I've noticed about you guys too. You're very involved in the community as
we
well.
Are,
I know
absolutely.
My son is Robbie Blair. I know you got
very
supportive of Main Street Martinsburg events. And, so that's another important thing. We talk about small business, importance of family-owned businesses in the community. You guys, not only your dad, but yourselves, you don't just take from the community. You're really, truly giving back to the community.
I think it's more about giving back than it is earning for ourselves, because we do live here.
Yeah.
And we do have appreciation for Martinsburg. We think it's a great place to live. So we're very involved with Little League, Martinsburg High School baseball, and then, of course, with Robbie. I mean, if he needs something, we want to be helpful.
Right.
You know, that is our job, to be helpful, because this is our community.
And whereabouts are you putting roofs on, and where can you put roofs on, Larry? How far from, obviously right here in Martinsburg, but how far will you go to put a roof?
So currently we do all of the Panhandle. I don't know how far Larry goes out in Virginia, but we still run appointments in Maryland.
Wow.
Okay.
And if somebody from Pennsylvania comes to us, we'll go there.
Yeah.
So we're licensed in all 4 of those states.
Yeah, we go to Morgantown. We go to Deep Creek.
Oh, wow.
So the beautiful thing about roofing, unlike all the other home improvements, for example, if you're doing a bathroom remodel, it's going to take you a month.
Yeah.
We're there one day.
Okay.
So once we set feet on the property, it's just a normal day.
Okay.
Right.
So if we've got to drive 4 or 5 hours to get there, easy work. Once we're there, it's one day.
And how many people do you employ?
So on staff, we probably got 12 to 14 people.
Okay.
They collect payroll check every week. We've got 3 roofing crews. 2 of them have been with us over 6 years. So they're our guys.
Okay.
You know, they're our guys. And they just do amazing work.
Fantastic.
You know, they're very loyal.
With a winter like we had,
that was nice.
I know. So you guys didn't have to probably shut down too much,
right? We didn't have any downtime really.
Yeah. So you definitely allow the weather to determine whether or not you have to, like if you get obviously a cold spell of snow, it's not ideal.
It slows down that time of the year, as it should.
Yes.
This is kind of the kickoff to our season right here. This is Daytona, if you were in this is it right here.
Right? You set appointments for the rest of the year.
Right. This is setting the tone right now today, and and I think John's scheduled out for a month right now.
Fantastic.
I mean, so we'll be pretty steady.
Love to hear that.
Yeah.
So this is actually going to be our last. We're going to wrap this up, Mary Beth.
Yeah.
Anything you want to? Obviously, folks, you want to get down here. We're wrapping up our live coverage, but the home show's still
4 o'clock.
Till 4 o'clock.
Silent auction. You can get your bids in up until 3 o'clock, and then they're going to start getting those together so they can announce the winners. It's what time is it? It's about 1 o'clock now. I lost track of time.
1 o'clock. Yes.
So that means
12:59.
get down here soon because I've got to be quick. So 2
good.
o'clock, First Energy is doing the second live wire demo outside of the Roundhouse, and it's supposedly very impressive.
Yes.
That'd be something the kids would even probably, enjoy.
I don't know.
Live wires. Maybe
There's lots of food here too, right?
But food, yes. So there's
food.
4 food trucks.
Yep.
There's several outside booths, which I'm sure today are getting more visitors than maybe yesterday. But make sure if you could make the effort to come down, see everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Again, thank you so much for joining us. Until next year, this is Mary Beth Blair, Mike Hornby from TV10 at the 2023-26 Annual Home Show. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it, folks.